Okay. So we have these web applications, web apps we call it as. Okay. So if you want to create a standard applications, right? So what we have to do, we have to create a server, and we have to install the required .NET or whatever Java, all these things, and we have to deploy the applications, right? So there you have a server as an underlying hardware, and on top of the server you will create the applications. So that is called as infrastructure as a service, because you are maintaining the server, you are maintaining the operating system, you take care of the licenses, you are taking care of the operations, be everything of the server, and on top of that application team will be taking care of the application. So that is called as infrastructure as a service. So we also have another option called PaaS, means platform as a service. So this web application means without the server, I mean you don't have to manage the server. The server will be managed by the service provider, either it is Azure, AWS, or Google GCP. Okay, so they will only take care of the underlying hardware, licensing, everything, maintenance, everything they will take care. What you have to do, you have to just create a web application as a PaaS instance, and you can deploy your applications to the node whatever you wanted. Okay, so that is called as web app. So normally people will ask you what all other PaaS knowledge you have. You can tell you have knowledge on the web applications, you have knowledge on the storage accounts, load balancer, all these things will be coming under the platform only. Okay, so now I will show you how to create a web application. It's very quick one. So what you have to do, you have to go to the web apps here. So let me go to web apps, web application, web services. Okay, app services. If you go to the app services, you have this creation of the web app. So click on create web app. Okay, now it is asking you to select the subscription. So it's my subscription is free trial subscription. The resource group, I'll create one resource group. I'll create it is my rg web app 01. Okay, created a resource group separately for that, and web app my lab web app. Okay, dot azure websites dot net. You see here, my lab web app dot azure websites dot net. So how you want to publish? You want to push the code via code, or you want to push it in the container, or you want to have a static web app. Okay, so if you want to have a static web app, you can select that. If you want to put the codes, you can select the codes, and the runtime stack, whatever you wanted. I mean, what applications you wanted. You want a .NET or a Java or whatever it is, you can put .NET or Java, whatever you wanted. Okay, which location, I mean what operating system you want to push at the I mean we also need an operating system, right, to host any kind of applications. So Microsoft will give you an option. You tell me which application, I mean what operating system you want to host this application. You want to put it in Linux operating system, or you want to put it in the Windows operating system. So let me put it in the Windows operating system. So then they will deploy one Windows servers for us in the data center, but they will only manage that Windows server. But they will give you opportunity or option to handle, I mean to deploy the application to these Windows servers, and we just use the application and no need to manage the underlying hardware or software or operating system, whatever it is. One second, guys. Okay, so I mean in the data center, Microsoft will give us a server for us, Windows servers. We can directly deploy our application there, and we can make use of it, but we don't need to worry about maintenance of the underlying hardware or operating system or whatever it is. We just have to consume the application as a PaaS. Okay, they'll give you the platform to use the application. We just have to make use of the application, that's it. Okay, so now region is this one, East US. Okay, and plan, you can create the plan actually the way you wanted. You can click on create a new plan if you want to create something. Okay, it's a new application plan. So let me go with my web app plan 01. Okay, so that it will be there in my pricing tier. How you want to go with the pricing? You want to go with the free trial, or you want to go with the shared model or basic? See, free means it will give you free one node application. Shared means what they will do, they will, so in one application, in one operating system, they will put multiple applications, different instances, and they will share the price among multiple users. Okay, so if you want to shared, you can put shared. If you want to basic, I mean, for your own, you can select, or if you want a premium or standard, you can select the way you wanted. But in my case, I will select the free only. Okay, so next, you want to select the database. How is the database? Whether you want to create a database or you want to use the existing database. So if you click on create a database, again, okay, see, database unable to create in the free. So you have to go with some other pricing tier here. If you go to the shared, then you can take the next. Only available in the basic or higher than, okay, fine. So it is, let me put it as a basic then. So if you select the basic, then it will allow you to create the database. See, you can create the database if you want. See, MySQL flexible server recommended. What kind of things you wanted? You want a SQL Azure or Postgre or MySQL or Cosmos DB, whatever things you wanted. Okay, so you can select SQL Azure or MySQL. Okay, SQL Azure you can select, and you can create the database. But in my case, I don't want to create any database. That's okay. Deployment, so it is continuous deployment is not, I mean, this deployment means, if you are integrating that with the DevOps, right, the continuous CI/CD, the continuous improvement and continuous deployment, right? So then you can enable it. If you enable, then you need to select what organization, what is your DevOps project, what repository the data has to pick up, and whether it is in a master branch or feature branch, you have to select. Okay, that information. But in my case, I don't want to enable the CI/CD. Okay, because I'm just going to create a static applications. And networking, you have to enable public access. Yes, in my case, I need to enable the public access. And the network injection, I am just off, turning off. Monitoring, I don't need to enable, and just simply I'll create it now. Okay, so all these informations they will only give you, guys. You don't need to worry. Okay, the architects will be there now. They will only give you everything. The application team will give you everything. Okay, you just have to look at that and select whatever options they're asking, and you just have to create it. Even if in the interview, if somebody asks you, do you know how to create web application, you tell, yes, I know how the web application will be created. So we had our application team and the architect team. They used to review the application requirements. Okay, and they used to give the uh, a bill of material, bomb they will call it as bill of material. So in that bill of material or the solution, we will have everything. Okay, what is the application name, which region it should be there, what tier it should be there, whether the public access is required or not, whether I need to enable the CI/CD or not. If I want to enable the CI/CD, what is my organization, what is my repository, what is my branch. Okay, all those information they will give in the documents. You just have to look at the document and just go and deploy the resources. It is not very difficult. It's very easy. Okay, see, now I have initiated the deployment. This deployment will take about 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, because these are all public facing, right? So they have to create separate website, link they have to create, public IP has to be created, and then it will allow you to access the created application. Okay, so let this get completed. Meantime, we can take any question if you have any questions you have, guys. So now the deployment is completed. If you click on go to resources, it will take you to the newly created web application called my lab web app. Okay, then you can explore the activity logs, the tags, and IAM. IAM means it's identity and access management. If you want to grant access to anybody to manage this web applications, you can just go and add the roles here. Okay, here roles, you can click on roles and add roles. Okay, and tags you can verify here. If you want to see any kind of logs, deployment slots, deployment center, everything can be seen it here. Okay, but normally you have, your job is that much only, creation of the web application and give it to them, the information you have to give it to them. So then they will deploy the application to this uh, the pool, and this is URL to access the application. See, default domain is this one. You can copy this, take that, go here and put it like this. See, it says Microsoft Azure. If you remember, I have selected the Java application, correct? Huh? See, hey Java developers, your app service is up and running. Time to take the next step and deploy the code. Okay. Then they will click on this deployment center and they will deploy the application they wanted. So our job is, see, our job is to create the application and give, and the developer job is to develop the application and deployment it. Okay. So now it clearly tells you, yes, my application, web application is working fine. You can also access this one. You can also access this one actually. Okay. See, Java home, C program file, Java Microsoft JDK. Okay. This is created inside the Microsoft Windows application servers. Correct. Now Microsoft Windows operating system, right? We have selected there. In that C program file, Java SDK, it is looking for. Then they will deploy it. Okay. So this is how you create the web applications, guys. This is how you create the web applications, and give it to the application team. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you about the web applications. Okay. So with that, I think we are done with web applications as well. Let me stop the recording and then I'll take the questions.